And welcome back to the channel. So this time we have a diesel engine in this video. So probably if you're owning this kind of a car with a 3-litre TDI engine in A7, A6, you'll be much interested what's actually going on with this particular engine. So this car was brought to us from London, and as you hear and see in the footage on the beginning, it is rattling. So we don't know yet what's actually going on because we just took the engine out and it's still covered. So we still got a few bits what needs to come off. And unfortunately I didn't done any footage too much when we were taking the engine because simply I didn't have the time to do the footage because I didn't subscribe our channel. So yeah, we will continue stripping this one here, and we will find out what's wrong with it, and we will go from there when we open the back of the engine, inspect the timing chains, camshaft, whatever might be wrong with it, and we will get to the bottom of the problem. So stay tuned and let's strip it down. So 3-litre engine, CRT code, single turbo version. We already have few people contacting us with the SQ5, which is a twin turbo diesel engine with the same issue, but the car are not here yet because we've got loads of other things outside where are waiting. So everything is off from the injector, rails, got all the new bits from TPS ready to be installed. And this is the turbo, what was taken off the vehicle, so that's all good. There's no issues with the other components yet. We didn't find anything. There is a small issue with the coolant leak. So when we took the engine out and it was drained, it was just clear water, and you can see how it was leaking down from there, and it was coming from the front. From which one? This one. Oh, okay, from over there, and that's the O-ring seal what was leaking. So that will be replaced. Other than that, it's pretty much clean. There's no oil leaks or anything. So the next step is all this gotta come off. That means the rocker covers needs to be removed, and then we will continue with the timing chain covers, and we will see what's going on inside. Update. This bracket here is broken from behind the edges, so that's gone, and the other one from the passenger cylinder head is missing corners, bolt corners. So this is how the bracket should look like when it's new, and the chain is literally sliding inside of it like this. And this is the second bracket. What's new? And this is how it should look like when it's not missing bits. So we also will need to drop the oil sump and find all the plastic bits which are probably somewhere inside over there. And next step is we have to take off the EJAC cooler as well, and we will take all the chains off with the guides and tensions. If you want to know where are the rotation points on these engines, well, the crankshaft have a locking pin from side of the engine block. Each inlet camshaft have a locking pin, and also the balance shaft and the high pressure fuel pump have to be locked in place. After you have the correct position, we're just going to install the new timing chain along with the tensioners, and before we will tire all the wheels, we will release the tensioner for maximum pressure, and then we can tire all the bolts. So here we have a beautiful example what actually might happen. So Miroslav is moving the guide where should be the oil tensioner, and as you can see, if the oil tensioner is failing and is not holding the pressure, how the chain is rattling against those two guides on the passenger side cylinder head. So luckily we have an upgraded part, original from Audi, so they probably know there was an issue with it. So as you see the footage previously, they upgraded the tensioner with the oil O-ring, so it should be all good now.
What we do here is go back.
Okay, so there we go. A7 is sorted. We also put the engine in. Everything's running fine. We went for a test drive, top up all the liquids like coolant. We went for the air conditioning as well. And quick recap what we actually got here. The problem with this particular 3D TBI was the oil tensioner. So that started rattling slowly but surely, and basically the timing chain behind the balance shaft was actually rattling and tapping against these two sliders what you've seen. So we also have to take out the oil sump as well, clean it up. We find all the bits which were missing from the bracket, so that's fine. There's nothing in the engine now. From our experience, from 10 cars what we usually do, probably one of them is diesel version. And I must say this diesel version is much more difficult to actually do because there's so many more components, many more sensors and connectors, loops more difficult to be removed, and the whole job takes a bit longer. But on the end of the day, then you're going to take all the covers of what you've seen. It's a pretty cool Audi change up really. So we also compare this long chain with the new one. It was slightly stretched after a few thousand miles, but it wasn't nothing major, I would say. So as always, we replaced all the gaskets, all the gears, all the tensioners, all the brackets, everything was replaced, so everything's safe. We can't really afford to make any mistakes on these kind of jobs because this A7 is from London. So if anything goes wrong, you're gonna pay the recovery and pay the extra cost for the repairs. So everything is double checked before the car leaves the workshop. And yeah, if you have a similar issue on these 3-litre diesels, you probably know what will be the issue. It's not the timing chain what's failing, it's the brackets what's failing and making the rattling and tapping noise. So this is the end of the video, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.